Hey guys, so we're working in argument writing, and now you're actually getting into the actual bones of what is argument writing. You're getting into the actual body paragraphs. So let's review our notes. So first of all, we know that our claim is basically just our opinion. It's the thing that we're trying to prove. Okay, so it's what we're trying to prove. Our evidence is almost always going to be a quote pulled from the text. This is easy stuff. You guys already know that for sure. The new part is our warrant. It's what we're going to call the warrant. And it is like an explanation sentence. You guys remember before how you would do claim, evidence, explanation. You would use this to explain how the evidence proves the claim. Now that we're getting into argument writing, it's similar but a little bit different. So listen. So what makes a warrant different? The difference is that a warrant is bigger, it's broader, and it's more global. Okay? So what do I mean by that? I mean that it's not just going to fit for one specific scene or character or event. The warrant that you make is a rule that can fit for anything. Okay, think of a warrant in fact like that. Okay, a warrant is a rule, a big broad rule that you're making, and this is going to prove what you're trying to say. Okay, so it might be a little bit unclear until you see the example. Why are we learning this? Well, this is how you're going to format your body paragraphs. The claim, evidence, warrant. Okay. Now, you guys looked at the slip or trip story. Let's see if you were as clever as I was. If not, if I say anything that you did not have, what you're going to do is just fill it in on this sheet. Okay. So it'll go like this. Reasons that I thought. Number one, nothing was knocked off of the wall. That's a piece of evidence. Number two, the carpeting or the runner is not messed up at all. It's not torn up. It's not folded. It's not wrinkled. Number two. Number three, his clothes aren't messed up at all. The sash, his robe, it's not opened up. His pants aren't wrinkled. His shoe didn't fly off. Nothing happened. Number four, this dude is on his back when supposedly he fell or he slipped forward. So that's a little bit suspicious to me. My favorite piece of evidence that I found is that he has two things with his drink. Okay, so not my first one first. First, just a regular one. The fact that he still has his drink in his hand is really suspicious to me. The one that I think is really cool, though, is that his drink is in his left hand. Okay? Think yourself why that might be suspicious. So now that you have all of those, you should be filling in your sheet. You might already have this done. If so, fantastic, great, proud of you. If not, fill it in now. What we're going to learn, though, is how to do the warrant part of this. So what is the warrant? This explains your evidence with a general rule. The most helpful thing that I can tell you is this part right here. Always use the word people. So start with as a general rule and then use people when you're actually writing it. So it'll look like this. This is a completely done example of it. Let's look just at the first one. So Arthur is on his back and face in the up position. That's my evidence. My warrant, as a rule, when people fall forward, they fall face down. Right? So I start with my rule, as a general rule. Then I use people like it says to. When people fall forward, they fall face down. That's my rule. That proves my claim. It explains my evidence and proves my claim. Okay, take a second to actually think that through, how I did this. I'm going to unveil all of the answers. my recommendation to you is to pause the video right now. It's a really useful practice to do this yourself. So right now, pause. Some of you did, some of you didn't, of course. Thank you for pausing. If you did, it is going to make you a better student. So you have the answers now. So your sheet should be filled in. I want no excuses. The one that I was proud of, remember, was he's holding it in his left hand. Look at the reasoning. As a general rule, when people are falling, they would grab the rail to keep balance and use the hand closest to the rail instead of holding onto the drink. So when you're falling, you hold onto the railing. So the fact that he's got it in his left hand shows that was probably put there by this suspicious lady named Queenie. Okay. Now, what do you actually do with this? Your task is going to be to write a 4-paragraph essay arguing whether or not Queenie killed this guy. And we probably know the answer is going to be yes, she did. So here's how you're going to do it. You're going to do, of course, your introduction. So you know the two pieces, grabber and thesis. What's the best type of grabber? Of course, a short story. What goes into a thesis? You start with your topic. So you'll say something like, Queenie did kill her husband. And then it includes your 3 reasons because... For the jump in the video, I made a mistake the next minute that I was talking. I was going to teach it to you wrong, so sorry for that. So you're going to do, of course, like you know, claim, evidence, warrant. Claim, she killed him. Evidence, whichever of these you're actually using to prove it. Warrant, your rule explaining how that proves it. Okay, so you're going to do 4 paragraphs. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3, which is a total of 4. Your job is to prove that this lady, Queenie, did kill her husband. Prove to the police that this crazy lady should be locked up for good. Okay? As soon as you are done with this, this is going to be your grade for the day that shows whether or not you know the daily objective of mastering argument writing body paragraphs. Okay? If you need any help, I highly recommend you watch the video again. I'm not going to say anything different if I come over to your desk. It's going to be the same thing that I just said in the video. Okay? So watch again. Use this as a real resource. Don't just play through it. Pause it. Think through it. Rewind it. Use this video as a resource. Okay? Thank you guys.